Hello students, let us do the third chapter of Geography, Our Changing Earth. Before going to the chapter, let me ask you some questions. Which country has the most earthquakes in the world? It is Japan. When was the last tsunami occurred in the Indian Ocean? It was on December 26, 2004. What is the name of the India's only active volcano? The Barren Island volcano of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. How an earthquake is measured? The Richter scale measures the magnitude of an earthquake. You must have read in newspapers or seen on the television about nature's fury. These are sudden changes that occur on the Earth's surface. The long geological history of the Earth shows that mountains and plateaus are rising, plains are being built up, and sea floor is spreading. As a result, different landforms are being formed. All these make it clear that our planet Earth is dynamic in nature. It behaves like a living mobile thing. In the previous chapter, you studied that the face of the earth is continuously changing due to internal and external forces. Now, let us know how our earth and its movements takes place. Long ago, 4.5 billion years ago, all the continents were at one place as supercontinent called Pangaea. It was proved by Alfred Wegener in 1915. So what happened to Pangaea? Due to internal forces and plate movements, Pangaea broke into pieces and started moving away from each other, and the huge land pieces became continents. The water between the land masses are called as oceans. How did the plates move? The plates are moving under the influence of endogenic forces generated due to the tremendous heat in the upper mantle. What are endogenic forces? Before going to the endogenic forces, let us know what are the earth movements. As in the table below, endo means inside, exo means outside, genic means origin. Here in the table, earth movements are caused by two forces, endogenic forces and exogenic forces. Endogenic forces are by sudden forces like earthquake, volcano, landslides. Diastrophic forces are the forces which continue for a long time, that is building mountains. Exogenic forces. The name itself indicates it is from outside, that is by either erosion or depositional, caused by rivers, winds, sea waves, glaciers, etc. Endogenic forces. Scientists view that the Earth's crust is not a continuous block. See in the picture here, different blocks are there. It consists of several large, small, rigid, irregular shaped plates which carry continents and ocean floor. These slabs are moving or drifting about 2.5 centimeter to 5 centimeter each year. That means they are moving away. The plates are moving away from each other. These slabs are called as tectonic plates or lithospheric plates. The heat and pressure from the Earth's molten magma causes convection currents. This generates forces that cause movement of the plates. This theory is known as plate tectonics. See in the picture, heat and pressure of molten magma causes convection currents. The core, molten magma, then hot magma rises up, cold magma comes down on top crust, and here the tension within the earth is released on the surface as vibrations. These internal or endogenic forces may be sudden and violent, and the result is an earthquake, volcanic activity, or a landslide. The internal or tectonic movements originating from the interior of the earth are termed as endogenic movements. The sudden forces are volcanoes, earthquakes, landslides. Now coming to volcanoes, a volcano is an opening in the earth's crust through which molten magma from the interior erupts out as lava. Fissures or vent or opening created due to tectonic movements sometimes connect the magma chamber to the surface. See the picture. The interior of the earth is divided into three parts: crust, mantle and core. And mantle again is divided into two parts: upper mantle, lower mantle. Core is divided into two parts: upper core, inner core. Then the whole volcanoes are coming from the upper mantle, that is the liquid stage. Types of volcanoes. Active volcanoes. Volcanoes which have erupted frequently in the recent past and are expected to erupt further any time in future. Barren Island in India is the active volcano, and Mount Etna in Italy is the active volcano. Second one, dormant or sleeping volcanoes. These volcanoes have not erupted for centuries but may still do so. That means at any time, even now, they may erupt. Mount Vesuvius in Italy, Mount Fujiyama in Japan. Extinct or dead volcano. These volcanoes have neither erupted for thousands of years nor is there any possibility of further eruptions in the future. They are internally inactive volcanoes. Because it is inactive, so people go there as tourists for trekking, mountaineering, cycling, etc. Mount Kilimanjaro in East Africa.